Chris Hios,
I'm Magisha Fruzi.
and we are the Fantasy Madmen.
It's week 3. It's a wrap, people.
In the books, we're going to get right into it with the weekly rundown for week 3.
Now, this is a segment where we take 2 players that impressed us and one that disappointed.
Yep. You want to start us off, Magisha?
Absolutely. I'll jump out the box. Antonio, don't call me Charlie Brown. 9 catches, $196, and 2 touchdowns. Now, there's not a lot of good things going on in Pittsburgh, trust me.
No.
But that boy good. That boy good.
Big game and a loss.
Big game. How about you, sir?
I'm going to start it off with DeMarco. I own the Rams. Murray had 175 rushing yards, a touchdown, 3 catches for 28 yards. Last time he played the Rams, he had 253, so I'm not that impressed by this performance, man. It's like a video game. You get a high score, you got to beat that high score.
Well, you talk about impressive. I was impressed with Josh, back in the flash, Gordon, 10 catches, $146, a touchdown, and a man even throwing 22 yards rushing. Come on, your first game back of the season, lights out.
Big game off of a suspension.
Yeah, Minnesota didn't see that one coming, did you? Jackpot!
Next person that impressed me was Killer Cam Newton.
Cam.
Had 223, threw for 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 45 rush yards, and a rushing touchdown. He went beast mode on the Giants.
Kudos to you, Cam. But let's talk about disappointment. The person that disappointed me the most for this week was Marshawn Screech Mode Lynch. Not beast mode no more, Screech mode. Pump your brakes, bro. Pump your brakes. When you rush for 69 yards against the Jacksonville Jaguars, the worst team in the league. Now, I know a lot of you guys like the number 69, but when it comes to fantasy, that's a no-go, bro. No-go.
Now, the person that disappointed me is actually 11 people that disappointed me. It's the entire New York Giants offense. The leading fantasy scorer was Ruben Randall with 2 catches for 40 yards. Pitiful.
Now, you know, it hurt me personally because I got Victor Cruz, as we both know. He did Nathan, big bag of nothing.
And that's the weekly rundown for week 3.
We call this segment, What Are You Mad At? Tell them why you're mad, son. Tell them why you're mad. What you mad at? So in week 3, what are you mad at, Chris?
I'm mad at people that don't understand the waiver wire. Come on, people! It's not that hard. First of all, we have these machines called computers that have the internet, and you can Google it, read up on your league's fantasy waiver wire, figure it out. Don't be mad at the waiver wire because your team sucks.
This is what I'm mad at for week 3. Jacoby Jones, Baltimore Ravens. You're supposed to be rehabbing out 4 to 6 weeks. Your team desperately needs you. So how do you work out quicker? How do you get back sooner so you can be a primetime player again?
Obviously, get on a party bus with a bunch of strippers.
Strippers! Yes. Now, I know that you maybe watched Popeye when you're growing up, but Sweet Pea obviously isn't your friend. So the next time you're on a stripper bus and a stripper named Sweet Pea sees you and she hits you in the head with a bottle, remind yourself you shouldn't have been there in the first place. Less party and more work. And that's what I'm mad at for week 3.
Now, these are the rapid-fire waiver wire pickups for week 3. I'm going to start off with a guy that played for the first time Sunday night where Big Ben tried to force a comeback win against the Chicago Bears, and they just said no.
Hey, no means no, people. No means no.
Heath Miller, he had 3 catches for 35 yards, but he's Big Ben's favorite target. He'll be healthier next week. He's playing against Minnesota, who let up 3 touchdowns to Jordan Cameron. Great pickup if you need a tight end. My
waiver wire pickup is Brandon, It's My Time Bolden. Now, for whatever reason, Stephen Ridley is done. He's done. He's not running the same. Belichick has lost confidence in him, and he's just not getting the amount of touches and snaps that he was last year and the beginning of the year. So Bolden rushed for 51 yards on the ground. He caught 5 passes for 49 yards. So anytime you can get 100 yards on the ground in the Patriots system, that's a nice waiver wire pickup.
My next waiver wire pickup is Isaiah Pead.
What he peed on?
Running back for the St. Louis Rams. He had 20 rush yards, 7 catches for 43 yards. Not a big game, but Darrell Richardson, their starting running back, has had some foot issues. I think he played about 2 snaps last week, and they pulled him out.
Talk about other good plugins. Anyone that watched Monday night, you saw the dominance of Denver against Oakland. But if Oakland has one bright spot beyond their quarterback play, is Denarius Moore, wide receiver. He had 6 catches, $124, and a touchdown. So regardless of who's throwing the ball, the man can play. And he's worth a waiver wire pickup if you need some wide receiver help, especially going into bye weeks. Now, I'm going to throw one more at you for free. We normally only give 2 each, but this is just because we love you guys. Percy Harvin. He's undrafted in almost every fantasy league. He's scheduled to come back in week 7. He could take any screen pass, take it to the house. Pick him up, stash him deep on your fantasy bench, and just wait 2 or 3 more weeks. You'll thank me later.
Now, these are the fantasy madmen.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Starts for week 4. I'm going to start it off with Alex Smith, quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. Going against the Giants, who got destroyed last week. Their defense is looking terrible. Their offense is looking terrible. The team is looking terrible.
They're terrible.
Alex Smith threw for 273 against Philly last week with 32 rushing yards. I think this is a good play if you need a quarterback. Guys like Aaron Rodgers and Cam Newton are on a bye.
Yes.
Great plug-in.
My sneaky start is Jason Snelling. Now, this guy, he's used to backing up number ones that get hurt or banged up. He backed up Michael Turner last year. He got banged. He got thrust right in opportunity, seized it, scored a couple of touchdowns. This year, he's behind Steven Jackson. He just got banged up. He's going to miss 3 to 4 weeks. And between Jaquez Rodgers, who's more of a third down, kind of a Darren Sproles type of back, this guy is the thunder to his lightning. He had a combined over 100 yards this week and a touchdown.
My next sneaky start, I'm going to stick with the Kansas City-New York game.
Okay.
Donnie Avery, wide receiver, had a big game last week, 7 catches for 141. Woo. I think he's a good play, man. The defense is going to key in on Dwayne Bowe.
Yep.
He'll get the double team. Donnie Avery will be wide open, catching passes all day.
Now, Nate Burleson just broke his arm, and as a result of that, one man's injury is another man's opportunity. Ryan Broyles, rookie, coming in. And one thing you know about Detroit, whether they're up or they're down, they're going to throw the ball. Matthew Stafford, he's a gunslinger. Great sneaky, sneaky, sneaky start. Now, this is a segment where we take a look back at the week and figure out what we've learned. So, Chris, what have you learned from week 3?
I learned the Saints D is back.
Oh, yes.
Last year, opposing teams averaged about 440 yards per game. I would pretty much pencil in anybody that was playing the Saints into my lineup because I knew they were going to do well.
Yes, yes.
This year, it's down to 295, and it's not because of Bountygate. It's because of the flowing locks of Rob Ryan at defensive coordinator.
Well, you know, I knew they were going to be better when Sean Payton came back. But, oh, my God, their defense is flying around like never before. Even when they won that Super Bowl, they were more turnover prone than actually stopping. But now, Ryan has them boys fired up. And now speak about fired up defenses. Defenses have finally figured out the read option. Quarterbacks that can't stay in the pocket are getting lit up like a Christmas tree. Man, I'm sorry. I saw RG3 get hit so many times, I thought his mother was going to jump on the field and hit somebody. Colin Kaepernick, come on, Cap. Where you at? You're my fantasy quarterback. Now, the only quarterback that has scrambling capabilities that still is having success is Russell Wilson.
He's a pocket passer.
He's a pocket passer. He can scramble, but he's definitely a traditional more pocket passer.
Big game last week against Jacksonville.
Yes, he
4
did.
touchdowns.
Jacksonville. What happened? Are you sure you're a team or you Pop Warner? And that's what we've learned in week 3.